DA is not a part of the government of national unity to serve the interests of the ANC, nor to protect its leaders from being held accountable from wrongdoing. This was the clarity issued by the party as it navigates the complexities surrounding its new role in the GNU. There was an uproar following comments by the DA's federal chairperson, Helen Zille. On Monday, she said the party would be apprehensive about supporting a motion of no confidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa should one arise in Parliament. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo reports.
The DA is at pains to clarify its role in the government of national unity. It says it remains committed to holding ANC leaders accountable despite its new role as part of the government.
We are in a new space, and that new space is of one adjusting into government as part of the partners of the GNU, and another is we have to always remain faithful to the values of our constitution. And it would not be prudent for a partner in the government of national unity, for instance, to be voting for a motion of no confidence or an impeachment against your very partner.
The clarity comes after there was some uproar following DA Federal Chairperson Helen Zille's utterances on Monday. She said during a radio interview the party would be apprehensive to support a motion of no confidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa should one be raised in Parliament. One political analyst says it ought to have been clear from when the DA voted for Ramaphosa that its position on Phala had shifted.
Clearly, the purpose of the coalition agreement was that the two agreed to govern together. And presumably they were perfectly well aware that somebody might raise the Phala matter, and they felt it wasn't an obstacle.
The ANC had to formulate a unity government after it failed to receive a majority in the 29th May elections. At the first sitting of the National Assembly last week to elect the president, the EFF tabled a motion to institute an impeachment committee on Ramaphosa, citing a lack of finality in Parliament's initial handling of the matter. Another signatory to this grand coalition government also denied that supporting Ramaphosa against any possible impeachment was ever a prerequisite before they could be part of this union.
To agree to anything that has got to do with Phala, that hasn't come up in any discussion.
Parties who have signed up to the GNU have come under fire, with some accusing them of being used by the ANC to maintain the status quo where the executive in the main fails to be held accountable.
We are going to defend and block any oversight mechanism on Phala, whereas Section 42(3) of the Constitution directs members of Parliament, including parties in Parliament, to play an oversight mechanism over the executive. Therefore, it means this coalition is there to protect the interests of the ruling elite.
It's clear now that before this government has even been cast, that there are already concessions that have been made.
The Deputy Speaker, who received the motion for the institution of an impeachment committee on behalf of the GNU partners, says due consideration will be given to the request.
The EFF gave me a hard copy on Friday evening. Obviously, the Speaker and I will still have to have our first meeting where we will discuss it and look at the way forward. It is not a decision we'll just make on the fly. We will have to look at the constitutional requirements, the rules of Parliament, and decide according to that.
Previously, opposition parties lodged court challenges against the Public Protector and South African Reserve Bank reports that cleared Ramaphosa of any wrongdoing in the Phala matter. The legal proceedings are still to be finalized. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Juniour Khumalo in Johannesburg.